everyone. This is Jorge Diaz, president and founder of Larry Jacob Internet Marketing and an Infusionsoft Certified Consultant. I'm bringing you another episode of Defining Infusionsoft Success. This week, my guest is Josh Marsden. He is a sales funnel expert and a former Infusionsoft employee who's now on his own doing sales funnels, building sales funnels for folks. He spoke at an event. He spoke really well, and I had a chance to talk to him, and I wanted to bring up this topic of sales funnels on our program. Josh, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Cool. Thanks for cutting out of your busy day to join us. Josh, why don't you introduce people, tell them a little bit about yourself, how you got into business, and what is it that you all do?
Sure. Yeah, no problem. I started my business back in early 2013. So unfortunately, Infusionsoft let me go at the end of 2012. It wasn't working out. I'll be honest, I just really wasn't happy in a sales role because my background before that was sales management, working for a Fortune 500 company here in Phoenix for 7 years. And so when I went to Infusionsoft, I was excited at the opportunity to work in software in that industry, but I didn't realize how humbling it would be to be in a regular sales role. And I did okay as far as like performance, but I think my manager could just tell that I just wasn't happy. And so eventually, he let me go at the end of 2012, and this was then I jumped into doing some freelance work, and this was me basically getting my MVP, testing the market and seeing that I could make money on my own without depending on a company for the first time in my life.
Right, but
that was at the end of 2012.
MVP, explain that.
Oh yeah, minimum viable product. So typically, a company when they're trying to sell product or service, they first have some sort of minimum viable product that they get people to buy into, and that tells them they have a business. Okay. And that's basically kind of what I was doing without even knowing it. I don't even know if I knew the term MVP at the time, to be quite honest. And so I did a little freelance work, made a little bit of money, not a lot, but enough just to show that I could do this on my own. And then I did start another company. I started at another company, about a month later. And unfortunately, that company didn't work out because they basically gave me an ultimatum and said that I would have to change my schedule with my son in order to stay at the company. And, I was picking up my son from preschool at the time. He was like 3, and I would pick him up at about 5:30 a few days a week. So it wasn't anything unreasonable that I was asking for. They just had this culture where you would have to work hard, work long hours, and if you couldn't do that, then you just weren't a good fit. And so I let them know that it just wasn't going to work out.
Well, and it's interesting because a lot of our listeners are business owners, and one of the reasons a lot of us get into this is because of the flexibility we assume it's going to give us.
Right. Yeah, totally. I mean, when they gave me the ultimatum, I emotionally knew that it wasn't going to be a good fit, and I wasn't going to choose anything over my son. But logically, I had to make sense of the decisions that I wanted to make. And so I did this simple exercise where I sat down, I had a piece of paper in front of me, and I did a 2-column table, and then 3 rows. Top row was stay at that company, start my own company, and then middle was the strengths, bottom was kind of weaknesses essentially. And I basically logically reasoned with myself that it was the right decision to start up my own business.
Well, you're clearly a numbers guy.
To do that, right?
Yeah.
It was, at the time I had a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of determination, and I've always had, just strong belief in myself, but those other emotions also helped. Sure. And I just, I went head first into starting up my own business, and the rest is history.
Good for you. Good for you. So what is it that you're at CVO Automation, right?
Yeah, CBO Acceleration.
Acceleration,
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. So it stands for Customer Value Optimization. It's an acronym that's really widely used by Ryan Deiss and a lot of digital marketers' content. And so I created the brand. I kind of transitioned my old brand, which was ICE Accelerate Marketing Automation Services, into CVO Acceleration, online sales funnels, back in late 2014 after I became a digital marketer certified partner to really align my company to digital marketer and what they stood for and what they were trying to teach in the marketplace. So that's where the name came from.
So you guys are certified partners. You work with customers that are wanting to build their sales funnel, and you adhere to a lot of Ryan Deiss's recommendations, I'm assuming.
Correct. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously Ryan's a very smart guy, and him and his company do a fantastic job of educating business owners on what's relevant, what's working today when it comes to digital marketing in general, and sales funnels is a part of that. So yeah, I mean, we practice and we implement and we optimize all the different sales funnel strategies that digital marketer recommends.
Nice, nice. We build a lot of membership sites, and we've used a lot of the machine campaigns to promote membership site features, be they the lead magnet tripwires, and upward through the sequence. So I have some familiarity with this stuff. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
awesome.
So let's start off with who is the person that's ready to go after a sales funnel for their business?
Well, if when you think about starting up a business, I mean, the first thing you need to do is you need to test the market. You need to make sure you have something you can offer. This way you can build a business off of. But then the next thing you need to do is you need to systematize your business as much as possible. And the number one system that every business needs is a sales funnel. You need to be able to bring in leads, bring in customers, sales, revenue on a consistent, predictable basis in order for you to be able to scale and grow your company, because you can't hire unless you have money. You can't be able to scale up, so this way you're focusing more on high-level activities in your business, strategy, partnerships, speaking, etc., unless you scale yourself up. So sales funnels is crucial, in my opinion, with any company that's trying to. Well, every company should be growing, so that that's kind of a layman statement I was about to make. But sales funnels are crucial. So to answer your question directly, I mean, I think that every company needs to really laser focus on sales funnels, and the sooner you can really get sales funnels working and optimized in your business, the faster you can grow, the easier it will be for you to grow as well, because you have cash flow consistently coming in and growing because you've got great sales funnels in place.
Yeah, and so do you all work with just the technical building of them? Do you get into the defining of the message? Where is it that you guys play?
Yeah, so what we do at CBO Acceleration, my team and I, is we help companies strategize, implement, and also optimize sales funnels. So what we sell is a service that's completely done for you, completely takes it off of the business's shoulders and allows us to really apply our skill, our knowledge, our talent into putting together a sales funnel that really works for our customers, and also helping them maximize their ROI by going through an entire optimization process. It usually takes us up to 4 months in order to hit specific optimization goals. So we do everything done for you, from the ground up, top to bottom.
Wow, and so that includes all the copywriting.
Yep.
Wow, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, everything. Yep, definitely.
So if you're probably not working with the guy who's building their first sales funnel, then, is my assumption. Am I right there?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I mean, it's important for us to be able to deliver ROI for a customer. So, I mean, if a business is starting up, it's typically not a good fit for us. I mean, there's a very small percentage of businesses that are starting up that we might work with, and that's just because they've got, good financial backing and they've got an MVP maybe, I mean, those are kind of some of the factors we look for, because, again, we really want to make sure that we help a company and a customer, produce ROI for doing business with us.
Right. So what are the tool sets that you recommend people look at when they're thinking about, okay, I've got to get my sales funnel going?
Well, Infusionsoft, hands down. I mean, it's really the best sales and marketing software out there for a small business. I mean, there are definitely some strong competitors, especially today compared to 2012 when I worked at Infusionsoft. But Infusionsoft still is the king of the hill. They just need to, stay that way. They need to keep developing the platform, because there's definitely some competitors that are improving their platform pretty drastically and quickly as well. But besides Infusionsoft, I mean, we use Clickfunnels quite a bit. We also use Lead Pages to a lesser degree. We also use plugins on WordPress such as Thrive's Content Builder, it's a great plugin that allows you to build slick landing pages. Optimized Press, every now and then we still use, but it's kind of gone on the wayside to Thrive Content Builder these days. That's just in regards to building like the front end and the back end of a funnel, when it comes to landing pages and also the marketing automation with Infusionsoft. Besides that, we use tools like Wicked Reports, VWO, Visual Website Optimizer for split testing, Plus This when we want to do some of the features that Plus This allows you to do when integrated with Infusionsoft in your sales funnel. So we use like all those tools, all those platforms in order for us to build the sales funnels that we build for our customers.
Okay, well that's a big laundry list of items. We've been working a lot with Clickfunnels lately for opt-in page and sales funnel, sales page building, and we also use a lot of Thrive themes, which is pretty sweet. Landing pages, I'm not a real fan. That's just my take.
Yeah, I mean Clickfunnels is definitely the better out of the two. It's just sometimes people don't want to necessarily subscribe, to ClickFunnels, because ClickFunnels is definitely not the cheapest solution out there. I mean, $100 a month and up. Whereas with Thrive Content Builder, I believe it's, last time I checked, it's a one-time fee.
Yeah, one-time fee, and you can build as many sites as you want.
Right, which is awesome. I mean, so you basically kind of compare and contrast with the customer, and you let the customer make that decision. And it also comes down to their strategy, because if they're using, for example, if they're using a lot of one-click upsells in the strategy that we prescribe to them from our strategy planning process, then one-click upsells via ClickFunnels is definitely the way to go, as opposed to trying to custom build the entire thing.
Sure. Well, nice. So let me ask you. I was going through your site, and there's one of your lead magnets, and it promotes conversion flight rules, which I thought was just an interesting term. Are there some of these rules you can share with us?
Well, there's a lot of rules in that. They're very tactical. Like some of the rules are in that guide. It's really hard to kind of go. I mean, to be honest, it's really hard to go into it. I made that about 6 months ago, so it's been a while since I've revisited it.
Yeah. No, and you've got your, how to create more consistent and predictable sales for your business, which is the way you started off when you were introducing yourselves. And, if you take your small business, I guess they're a little bit to the next step. And, they do have their MVP defined. What are like the key things that you want to be thinking about to get started?
Well, first and foremost, there's 3 different types of funnels. There's acquisition funnels, there's activation funnels, and there's monetization funnels. I'll kind of define each of these for your listeners. So acquisition funnels are funnels that allow you to acquire leads and acquire customers, for the first time. And then
so is that like a list building exercise?
It's a list building process. Yeah, it definitely can be. It also allows you to liquidate your traffic costs in a lot of cases, and then it also allows you to maximize revenue from first-time customers.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's acquisition.
Yep, acquisition. So activation. Activation is good for like promotions. If you're trying to activate like a cold list, or you have a lot of followers on social media, and you really want to offer an irresistible offer to your email list or your followers, and you really want to maximize like your revenue from that opportunity. So it's typically a funnel that runs for a few days, maybe 5 at the most. So it's that type of funnel where you deploy it for 5 days, then you basically turn it off, and you might redeploy it a few times throughout the year.
So it's like launches or a 4-day cash machine kind of approach, right?
Correct. Yep. Correct.
Okay. So I've already got a list, or I already have some sort of group of people, and now I'm trying to see, can I make some money? Can I activate it somehow? Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah. If you have if that's like the business we're speaking with, and that business has a large list of people that just haven't bought anything or haven't bought in, let's just say 4+ months, then yeah, we would probably make the argument. I mean, and I say that in a very debatable way.
Sure,
We
sure.
would make an argument with the customer that, hey, you may want to consider an activation funnel in your business because you've got this asset of an email list that essentially has not converted over to becoming customers, or they haven't been customers in quite some time. And if we put together a great offer and we have several different upsells and we have some great copy, and some great design throughout your entire funnel, you could really turn these people into customers, so this way they keep buying from you, and on top of that, you can get a spike in your sales revenue by deploying this type of funnel.
Nice, nice. Okay, and then the third one is?
So the third one is monetization. Monetization funnels are basically like funnels that really target your customers, usually, and allow you to maximize revenue from your customers. It's almost like that 80-20 rule where you get 80% of your company's revenue from 20% of your audience. That's where monetization funnels are so valuable.
So you're wanting to, so that you're harvesting from folks that have already purchased from you in the past?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, that's typically the sweet spot for a monetization funnel.
Nice. Nice. I mean, it's interesting that you kind of cut them up like that, and define them specifically. If we want to learn more about what it is that you all do and how you could help people, how would people reach out to you?
Yeah, sure. They can just go to CVOAccel.com. I'll even be happy to respond to any questions that someone might have over email. Feel free to shoot me an email at josh@CVOAccel.com. And also, the conversion flight rules, someone can actually text in to receive it. And I know we didn't really cover it in great detail, but it's a phenomenal set of rules to optimize your sales pages, your emails, your order forms. So this way you can convert more people on each of those steps in your sales funnel. So you can actually receive that just by texting the keyword CVO to 38470.
Give me that again so I can actually put it up when we post this. CVO?
Sure. Yep. Yeah, just text the keyword CVO to 38470.
Very good. Very good. We'll post that up when we post this on our blog.
Sure. Yeah, I know your audience will love it. I mean, there's tons of great tips in that.
Yeah, and as I was looking over your site, there was some interesting stuff, and there is a place where people can actually schedule time with you, because as I was experimenting with different things on your site, one of them was schedule time, and it's like your calendar's there and all.
Yeah, definitely. It's we've got that whole process automated, and then my assistant, she manages that entire process as well. Whenever a customer really needs a little bit more, like, kind of hand-holding, or for whatever reason, she needs to step in and she needs to help with the scheduling process. So yeah, if someone listening to this is interested in connecting, they can definitely go to apply for a strategy session, and there's an application that you'll go through for that, and then you could pick a time that works for you as well.
Very good. Very good. Well, hey, Josh, thank you so much for breaking time out of your day to speak with me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, George. It's been my pleasure. It's been awesome connecting with you.
Okay. Well, hey, take care.
Okay. All right, you too.